May 17th, 2017. Just wanted to point out this small figure, which is about the size of my index finger, in the very center of the upper torso of the drawing of the figure of the disabled Jewish prisoner, T4 euthanasia selectee by the Nazis. Anyway, the figure here was inspired by two different figurines. This is from a set of plates I bought at Yad Vashem on one of my teaching visits to a Yad Vashem in Jerusalem. It was from it's a whole bunch of plates of toys made by inmates, prisoners in either the concentration camps or the death camps. The exhibit was called No Child's Play, Children in the Holocaust, Creativity and Play, which may sound incongruous, but day-to-day survival. And two plates caught my eye here. So my drawing is just kind of like a simplified composite of the two of them. This one here, a doll found in the Buchenwald concentration camp. And I'm sorry, that's the on the left there. The this one, which is part of my composite there, is from a marionette made by a 14-year-old Jan Klein and his teacher Walter Freund at the Terezin ghetto, which was actually a concentration death camp itself, mainly as a transit camp to the Auschwitz death camp. And this doll here, doll dressed in prisoner's uniform made by Roma Alter in the Auschwitz death camp, and for which I personally want to extend thanks to Yad Vashem for having the foresight and vision to portray the history correctly regarding the death camps, which sadly and unfortunately are called erroneously, incorrectly, historically, a travesty. They're called concentration camps. In the New York Times, in numerous articles in recent years, the death camps like Auschwitz, Belzec, Chelmno, Majdanek, Sobibor, Treblinka have been referred to, called concentration camps. They were not concentration camps, they were death camps, and or you could call them extermination or mass murder camps. Forward, the New York Times, and sadly, I've gotten no response. The United States Holocaust Memorial Museum is also calling Auschwitz a concentration camp. The sole beneficiary of calling the death camps concentration camps is actually the burgeoning number of Holocaust denial groups and there are a burgeoning number of websites on the internet which like to claim perversely and obscenely that that there were no gassings at the death camps, and they enjoy the fact that the prison camps where mainland Japanese Americans were interned during World War II by the United States are called, referred to as concentration camps, and at least one Wikipedia page I've looked at, a recent series on those prison camps. I was on a Seattle television station this past winter by a journalist in which she also called them concentration camps. Nonetheless, there were no gassings, shootings, hangings, beatings, forced starvation, mass murder, and diabolical medical experiments at those camps in the United States. And we know those camps were wrong and they were a human rights violation, but they were not mass murder camps. This past Saturday, I was very pleased to see an article in the New York Times about Elie Wiesel's only son, and the article very early on, let me see if I can find it here. Yeah. The International March of the Living is an annual event drawing thousands of people who walked the 2 miles from the cramped former site of Auschwitz I, the German Nazi concentration camp, to the more sprawling Auschwitz II, a concentration and extermination camp in the suburb of Birkenau. Aside from the fact I've never heard Birkenau ever described as a suburb, the writer Rick Lyman's description of Auschwitz as a concentration camp is completely wrong, historically incorrect, and again, the sole beneficiary of that description of Auschwitz are professional haters and bigots of Jewish people and their Holocaust denial organization groups and a proliferating number of websites. Auschwitz was a mass murder extermination death camp, and thank you, Yad Vashem, for getting this history correct in your publications. The concentration camps themselves were, I like to hyphenate it and state they were concentration death camps, and the ghettos were also death camps. In the Warsaw Ghetto alone, I think it was 100,000 inmates died of forced starvation the first year. And in 1942, the Nazis, Austrian and German soldiers and police and so on, pulled out, removed forcibly about 200,000 inmates between August and like November or so that year, and sent them off to Treblinka, which is where most of Warsaw's Jews were murdered. Anyway, that's it. It's a tireless campaign, and it's really important, because if we can't get this history correct now, over 70 years after World War II ended, then the Holocaust deniers are going to win the hearts and minds of school children today, tomorrow, next year, and beyond, and that should not happen.